Good evening and welcome to NACTV Bigger Bingo for Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. And before we get started, these are the rules. Our license number is LGCA 6052MBI35606. First rule, one ball will be drawn at the beginning of the session. This ball will be the tuning number for Game 3. Number 2, when bingo is declared on more than one number, only those who declared bingo on the earliest number called will be declared winners and eligible to win the prize. Number 3, each bingo game will be closed when a winner or winners have called in and their cards have been verified, and it has been announced 3 times that the phone lines are open to receive your calls and the game is declared closed. No further calls will be accepted with regards to that closed bingo game. Number 4, final win confirmation occurs when the winners present their date stamp sheet containing the winning card to NACTV Studio. Number 5, prize money is split evenly among multiple winners with a minimum payout of $25. Number 6, in the event of transmitting or telephone problems which prevent continuation of play prior to the event's start or at any time during the event's duration, the game will be rescheduled or resumed on the next Wednesday night. Players will keep their cards for the following Wednesday and they will be accepted. Number 7, Game 1 is played to a blackout on the gold cards. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is a minimum of $1,000. After 50 numbers, Game 1 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 8, Games 2 and 3 are played on the colored cards. Tonight it's green. Game 2, the X game, has $150 available to be won. Game 3, which continues on from Game 2, is a blackout. Jackpot in 52 numbers or less is a minimum of $500. After 52 numbers, Game 3 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. And number 9, if Game 3 is won with the tuning ball number drawn at the beginning of the session, the winner will receive either the jackpot or consolation prize, whichever one I bingoed on, as well as the tuning pot, which is now at $5,742. Those are our rules. Let's get started. Good luck to everyone. Game 1, jackpot in 50 numbers or less, has a prize of $17,542. You are playing on the gold or yellow cards, and your first number on them is under the G52. G52. Oh, right, sorry, this is the tuning number. Do not cover this one. Thank you. I'm tired. What can I say? Okay, this is the tuning number, G52. So G52 goes back. Sorry if you covered G52, maybe circle it or something to realize that it actually hasn't been called and you shouldn't play it. That was our tuning number. Sorry, my mistake.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Okay, let's try this again. Your first number out is under the N42. N42. Under the G58, G58. Under the O61, O61. Under the N43, N43. Under the N33, N33. Under the B12, B12. Under the G, 49, G49. Under the G, 47, G47. Under the I-25, I-25. Under the G50, G50. Under the O63, O63. Under the I-20, I-20. Under the I-16, I-16. Under the I-24, I-24. Under the G48, G48. Under the B9, B9. Under the N37, N37. Under the G54, G54. Under the G60, G60. Under the N35, N35. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the N31, N31. Under the G46, G46. Under the I27, I27. Under the N34, N34. Under the G59, G59. Under the N45, N45. Under the B2, B2. Under the G53, G53. Under the I21, I21. Under the B14, B14. Under the I17, I17. Under the B15, B15. Under the O72, O72. Under the B5, B5. Under the I26, I26. Under the I19, I19. Under the B11, B11. Under the B6, B6. Under the B8, B8. Under the O65, O65. Under the N41, N41. Under the O68, O68. Under the G52, G52. So G52 now is the one I called at the beginning. If it's covered, that's okay now. Under the N36, N36. G52 is the tuning number for game 3, but I accidentally was calling it in the first, and people may have dabbed it, but now it's dabbable anyways, so there we go. Under the N44, N44. Under the B1, B1. Under the O62, O62. Under the N38, N38. And that is the 50th number, so we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes, see if anybody's got a bingo. We can call it in and win that pot of $17,542. Number in the window hasn't been called, so you can't bingo on that one, but I will show it to you in case we have to continue on. And if we don't hear from anybody telling us they're a winner. Okay, a couple of community announcements. You have heard these ones before, but that's okay. The Nipawin Ministerial invites you to a Blue Christmas service of remembrance and hope at the Calvary Chapel at 221 Hamilton Street here in Nipawin tomorrow at 7 p.m. Refreshments to follow, and everyone is welcome. Evergreen Environmental Technologies, which is halfway between Nipawin and Minnedosa, will be closed on December 25th and 26th, as well as January 1st. Home Assistance Nipawin District offers a delicious, nutritious home-cooked meal and dessert, available Tuesdays to Friday. Large portions, most often enough for 2 meals, making it an economical choice for $11 only. It's available for pickup at the Yellowhead Manor Kitchen, or they will deliver to the Elks Manor, Howden Place, Aspen Lee, Kinsman Courts, and Hamilton Place. You can call Vicki or George at 204-476-5218. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed. We will move on to the consolation round. Still playing on your gold and yellow cards. The prize of $100. And your next number is under the B7. B7. Under the G57, G57. Under the N40, N40. Under the O70, O70. Under the I18, I18. Under the O64, O64. Under the O66, O66. Under the O75, O75. Under the I28, I28. Under the O67, O67. Under the O71, O71. And we have a caller. Okay, I'm not going to call that one. So N71 is our last number called.
8629. And what number did you bingo on?
071. Valid bingo on 071.
Oh, okay, 071.
So we have
All right, that's a bingo.
one
Today,
eligible bingo on 071. If somebody calls in on an earlier number, though, they will end up being the winner, sole winner. If somebody else calls in on 071, you'll be splitting the pot.
Gladys.
And there is a phone line open to receive your calls.
GL80. Repeat that, please. Oh, okay. Nicola? And what is the phone number? Got the cards and things before two. Okay, well, congratulations.
So, NACTV, both phone lines are now open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. NACTV station will be closed to the public for next week. They'll take a week off at the end of the year all the time. And they will be closed at noon on Friday. So they'll be closed at noon on Friday. So if you're coming here for anything, beware that they will close early on Friday at noon. And then I believe they reopen again on January 2nd. We will have extra cards out at Harris's though, more than we usually have, so hopefully there'll be enough out there in the community for you to play bingo next week on the December 27th. We will be having a bingo game on December 27th. Even though the station is closed, we will come in and run the bingo. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to the green colored cards. But first, let's find out who our winner was on that Bonanza Consolation. Our winner was Gladys Ruff of Neepawa, purchasing the cards at Kinsman Courts 2. Congratulations to Gladys. Okay, on your green colored cards, looking for the letter X for a prize of $150. First number out on those green colored cards is under the I-24. I-24. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the I-28, I-28. Under the O65, O65. Under the N44, N44. Under the B12, B12. Under the N35, N35. Under the O75, O75. Under the I-26, I-26. Under the B9, B9. Under the N32, N32. Under the O68, O68. Under the O64, O64. Under the O71, under the O70, O70. Under the B6, B6. Under the N34, N34. Under the B15, B15. Under the G46, G46. Under the G57, G57. Under the G49, G49. Under the B5, B5. Under the N43, N43. Under the G51, G51. Under the B8, B8. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the G59, G59. Under the B1, B1. Under the G56, G56. Under the N39, N39. Under the O74, O74. Under the I-17, I-17. Under the B10, B10. Under the N38, N38. Under the G60, G60. And we have a caller. So we'll pause and see if we've got a winner and what number they bingoed on.
The number in the middle of your card. 1179, and what number did you bingo on? G60?
G60 is a valid bingo. We have one winner on G60. So G60, we have a winner for the letter X. And our tuning number of G52 has not been called. So look for that in game 3. That tuning pot is worth $7,789. As of the previous week, if someone does win the jackpot, we would need to collect the money and the leftover cards to find out how many we sold for tonight's game, and then 50 cents per package sold will be added to that value.
What's your phone number?
And when you do win a jackpot, it takes a little, because we have to find out how many cards we sold for tonight's game, we need an extra day to do that, so your check would not be ready until the Friday, whereas usually for the constellation games and the letter X game, the checks are ready after 1 o'clock the next day, which was Thursday.
Okay,
for the winners.
So Merry Christmas. Okay, same to you. Bye.
Okay, we have both phone lines open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. So once again, reminder that we do have a game next week. We also have a game for we're going to have a bingo game every Wednesday in January, starting with the January 3rd. We will have a game every Wednesday in January as well. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll continue on those green colored cards looking for a blackout in 52 numbers with a jackpot of $7,789. Our winner on the Big X was Teresa Nicholson of Burnie, purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy. Congratulations to Teresa. Okay, on to our last game. A blackout in 52 numbers with a prize of $7,789 plus 50 cents for every package sold for tonight's game if you happen to win. So next number out on those green colored cards is under the B2. B2. Under the N41, N41. Under the G48, G48. Under the O62, O62. Under the G53, G53. Under the B14, B14. Under the G58, G58. Under the O69, O69. Under the N45, N45. Under the O71, O71. Under the N42, N42. Under the B13, B13. Under the I20, I20. Under the O67, O67. Under the I16, I16. Under the B11, B11. Under the I23, I23. And that is your 50-second number, so we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes and see if anybody calls in and can claim that jackpot. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to our viewers out there and to the businesses that carry our cards. That would be Harris Pharmacy, Tim Tom, Asian Grocery Store, Rocking Animal House, Touchwood Park, Neepawa Legion, and Kinsman Courts 2, which they carry for the residents only. Not open to the public on that one. There are a number of residents at Kinsman Courts that do play, so we have cards delivered there. And if you haven't already done so and you're able to, you should go and look at the lights at night. There's some really nice displays of Christmas lights, and it's not that cheap anymore to have a large display of lights for the Christmas season with hydro rates going up. But anyways, and any of the lights, it just looks nice and warm and cheery. And another minute to go. The tuning number G52 has not been called yet, so it is still in play. So the potential is there to get a bingo on it and win that jackpot of $5,742. Which again, for the tuning one as well, there's $1 added for each package sold for the week. So if you do win that one, again, you can't pick it up on the Thursday, you'd have to wait till the Friday. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I'll declare this game closed and we'll move on to the consolation round for $100. And the next number on those green colored cards is under the O73. O73. Under the G47, G47. Under the N33, N33. Under the G55, G55. Under the N40, N40. Under the O66, O66. Under the O72, O72. Under the B7, B7. Under the N36, N36, and we do have a caller, so we'll stop here.
Hi.
We'll probably have a winner,
Okay, what is the number in the middle?
and the other phone line is open to receive your calls. There's a,
658. Okay,
There's
and
a
what
ch-
number did you bingo on?
there's a chance to bingo on the number before the last one I called. No, it is the last number I called. Okay, so N36, valid bingo on N36.
Okay, that's bingo.
N36 is a winner.
Okay, and what is the name?
Okay, that will be wrapping it up for tonight. We never did call the tuning number.
N-A-G.
So some of the programming that's coming up. Oh, Wednesday, I missed that. At 11:30 this morning, so it repeats it again. So at 11:30 tonight, there's classic cartoon time, The Pink Panther. I remember watching The Pink Panther way back when. I liked that one. Let's see if there's anything new. Oh, Gladstone Parade of Lights tonight at 8:30 on the schedule here.
At the station here. Okay.
Thursday, we've got Community Christmas in Song 2023, the Minnedosa Christmas Parade.
Bye. There you go.
Some basketball. We have both phone lines open now to receive your calls as well. Let me go through the list and see if there's anything else new. The new things repeat on different days as well. If you can't see it on one, you can check the schedule and find time that works for you. And you can check our YouTube too. Some of the material appears there as well on our YouTube channel, which is on the back of your cards to go to. Gordon Goldsboro book launch, Holiday Train 2023. Apparently I didn't set my timer. Ha! Oh well. Okay, we'll wait for a little bit longer before I call the, I'll just go through J.M. Young Christmas concert. I'll just finish going through what I have for the TV listings here. Seniors Update, Episode 2. Coffee Chat with Jody Byram. New basketball game. And you could check the schedule for other things that might appeal to you. Okay, both phone lines are open. And I'm going to call it. For the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I'll declare this game closed. And our winner on the Blackout Constellation was Judy Rossnagel of Glenella, purchasing the cards at the station here. Okay, so recapping for tonight, we had one winner, one for each game. On the Bonanza Constellation, it was Gladys Ruff of Nipawin, purchasing the cards at Kinsman Courts 2. Teresa Nicholson won the Big X and is from Burnie and purchased the cards at Harris Pharmacy. Our Blackout Constellation was won by Judy Rossnagel of Glenella, purchasing the cards here at the station. Congratulations to all our winners, and have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. Hope to see you on December 27th for a live bingo game. Good night, good evening, take care.